2 people have been swept away by flash floods in Budalangi, Busia County, while hundreds of displaced families have moved to higher ground. Raging floods, which have left trails of destruction and swept away villages, has only worsened and is slowly turning into a calamity. Residents claim that the extreme floods are as a result of Lake Victoria reaching capacity and unable to hold any more water.
This scene has unfortunately become a seasonal synonymous one with Budalangi constituency, Busia County. Only different thing is rains have come at a time when the world is already drenched with the unprecedented coronavirus pandemic. This area, which has suffered disastrous floods annually since the 1960s, had gotten some relief in the last few years thanks to slightly improved government interventions. But now they are back to zero as the ravaging floods have slowly made way into their homes and destroyed property. 2 people were swept away by flood waters as they tried to cross a swollen river. More than 5,000 families have been left homeless, while others have been forced to vacate their homes after their houses flooded. Residents of Mau Mau, Rukala, Bulwani, Mdimbia in Bunyala South are the most affected. Residents are forced to use canoes for navigation to access their homes.
Budalangi kuna 4 wards. Tayari ward 3 ziko chini ya maji. Hii ni ward ya Bunyala Central. Imeenda yote.
Lakini maji yakizidi unga utasombwa na itakuwa tu ni watu kuja kusema ruere Nyasaye amurinde. Atakuwa shaenda. Kwa hivyo watu kwa hiari yao wahame. Mtu asikae kule ambako kumefurika kisha aseme serikali itatuma chopa.
The heavy rainfall and the backflow floods have caused most latrines and toilets to fill up, effluent overflowing, that being an almost certain way of spreading cholera. The last thing residents here would need given the COVID-19 pandemic. The affected families say they have nowhere to go as the level of water keeps rising. Some families in Mangombe have had to put up temporary shelters. Others have sought refuge in churches and schools.
Leo tumelala hapa. Tukiamka usibuhi, maji imejaa kwa maboma yote ndi. Hivi vitu tukua tu. Tangu usibuhi sijakula, vile mnaniona hata sijapika. Angalia vitu vyote kutoka kwa nyumba na unaenda kwa maji ambayo inafika hapa hivi.
Hatuna mahali pa kwenda. Hatuna makapera. Hatuna chakula.
The flooding has been attributed to a water backflow from Lake Victoria. Residents are blaming the siltation of rivers that drain Lake Victoria to be the cause of the backflow, since water does not flow smoothly into the lake.
Na hii maji ambayo mnaona hii saa hii haikupaswa katika kaunti ya Busia. Hii imekauka katika kaunti ya Siaya ambapo tunapakana nayo. Ndio maji inasukuma pande hii yote. Hata hii maji hii mafuriko hii haingetupata. Serikali angalie sana hasa mbunge ila hii plus MCA. Wajaribu kusukuma watu wafanye kazi waleta ili tusipate sababu namna hii. Maana sasa nyumba zetu zinaanguka.
Area leaders have called on the national government to prioritize dredging of River Nzoia with a view of providing a permanent solution to the perennial floods in the area. The forecast for the days to come does not look good. The weatherman warning residents not only here to brace for the impact of more pounding rains. The rising water levels of Lake Victoria have also disrupted businesses, destroyed property and displaced thousands of people living and working by its Ugandan shores. Water has moved more than 13.12 meters ashore, the second highest on record since it rose to 13.46 meters in 1964. Rozongwe, NTV.